guys, back with another Warframe video. I want to do this video about the prime gear drop locations in the tower defenses in the Void. Now defenses, I'll real quick go over the rotations. Rotation A is 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and it keeps going on and on, of course. But basically every 20 minutes is divided up into AA, B, C, with rotation B being 15, 35, 55, C being 20, 40, 60, and going on and on. Anyway, in a Tower 1, the only real prime gear you can get in rotation A, which is 5 and 10, would be a Forma blueprint. Now in rotation C, though, which is 20 minutes, you can get a Vasto Prime receiver, an Ankros Prime blueprint, a Forma blueprint, a Hiko Prime stars, or a Rhino Prime systems blueprint. That's for Tower 1. So I mean, that's not bad, I guess. But Tower 1s aren't too hard, especially for like the higher level players. Anyway, moving on to Tower 2, in rotation A, they got the Soma Prime blueprint and the Orthos Prime blade. Rotation B has the Burst on Prime stock and the Paris Prime blueprint. And then rotation C has the Fang Prime handle, excuse me, the Bratton Prime stock, the Glaive Prime disc, the Paris Prime upper limb, and the Fang Prime blueprint. So I mean, and that's pretty good. I mean, the Soma Prime blueprint is kind of a new thing. The Soma Prime is one of the newer Prime weapons. Anyway, then move on to Tower 3. The only thing you can get in a rotation A Tower 3, 5 or 10 minutes, is the Ankros Prime blueprint. Now moving on to rotation B, you can get a Forma blueprint, a Lex Prime blueprint, a Paris Prime string, or a Burst on Prime blueprint. And then rotation C, you have the Bratton Prime barrel, the Bratton Prime receiver, the Forma blueprint, Mag Prime blueprint, Ankros Prime blade, excuse me, or the Bratton Prime stock. And then of course the Tower 4. Looks like that was kind of cut off a little bit at the bottom, but anyway. Rotation A, you have the Forma Prime blueprint, the Lex Prime blueprint, the Orthos Prime handle, and the Dacre Prime blueprint. Rotation B, you have the Bratton Prime barrel, the Bratton Prime receiver, and the Forma blueprint. As you can see, the Forma blueprint is kind of a recurring theme here, which is needed, of course. But anyway, rotation C, you have the Loki Prime systems blueprint, the Nyx Prime blueprint, Ember Prime blueprint, Ankros Prime gauntlet, the Boltor Prime receiver, the Burst on Prime receiver, and the Forma blueprint. That's basically, it. For the most part, by far, the one that kind of gives you the most bang for your buck, so to speak, would probably be a Tower 2, because of Soma Prime blueprint or the Orthos Prime blade, or whatever. Tower 1s, okay, but more than likely, you're almost as likely to get other tower keys or stuff that you don't really want. 1 gold fusion core or something like that. But anyway. Basically, obviously, the higher the tower, the more difficult it is, and the higher the rotation, the more difficult that is. So you would expect the best stuff in the Tower 4s and the 3s and stuff, which basically comes to pass. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here, though, instead of rambling on. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.